Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our assessment for CAA aspirants. And we shall continue with week 4 of our TCM therapeutics. And for this week, we are going to be reviewing diagnosis and treatment of TCM patterns. So let's get started. Sir June Azariel, good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
What is a good stepwise way to approach a diagnosis and treatment of a case? So you may have 7 steps or 6 steps, it doesn't matter, because this is a very, very important question, no? Because you are almost graduating. Okay. So kung sa Tagalog pa, ano yung dapat ang magiging approach natin, step by step? The moment you see a patient, what do you do? Ano yung i-determine mo?
So, Doc, we need to determine if the patient is yin or yang,
Mhm.
hot or cold. If there's is a problem interior exterior,
Mhm.
or it is exist or deficiency. What is the Sangfu channel are related?
Mhm.
What pathogens are represent?
Okay.
If there's a problem with the chi or fluid dynamic.
Okay, the moment you see a patient, what are you going to ask? What are you going to determine right away? Of course, the patient will come to you with a chief complaint. What is the first thing that you will determine? Siyempre, you will be talking about the complaint, no? So first is you will
Yes
have
po,
to
Doc.
ask, is the problem interior or exterior? No? Sige, correct naman yung answer mo, pero to just make everything uh, be systematic, no? So this is what we should do. You may have your own style, but this is the one that we find very, very useful, no? So what is the difference between interior and exterior? So first, you
Uh,
have to, yeah, just by looking at the tongue. So first, you need to know, alin ba dito yung chronic, alin ba yung acute? Or if you feel the pulse, especially kung naka-rest yung pasyente, what are you going to look for in the pulse? The pulse would be
if
what?
weak or strong or forceful.
Mukhang hindi. When you say interior, medyo, are you going to be able to feel it right away? Or it will take a while, or you need to really dig deeper? Remember, interior siya, okay? So mas malalim, no? Yes?
Deep.
Yeah, deep. So exterior, it is very superficial, very superficial. And then, looking at the tongue, how would you know kung interior or exterior yung problem niya?
Kung by coating, Doc,
Hmm, okay. Yes, what about the coating?
if uh if there's a coating like yellow or white coating, Doc,
Okay, pag acute ba or pag exterior, ibig sabihin sa labas pa, do you immediately see, would you immediately look at the center of the tongue? So in other words, pag nasa side pa, ano ba normal coating ng tongue?
uh fresh coating, Doc, like meat, Doc.
No, coating of the tongue is thin
Coating.
white coating.
Thin white po, thin white.
Okay, pag exterior wind heat, the coating would be thin and yellow. Hindi pa thick.
Thin
We're
and
right, no? Pag tumakapal na matagal na. Do you understand? But remember, pag yung
yes.
dalawang types of invasion, actually tatlo pa nga eh, no? So when you have exterior wind cold invasion, ay masyadong, it's a double kill. Ano na, wind cold invasion, ibig sabihin nag-invade pa lang. Or exterior wind cold. The coating, you don't see any change in the coating. Okay? Thin white pa rin yan. So
Uh,
you need to rely on the other
In white.
lines, no? And pag sinabi mong exterior wind cold, a wind heat, the coating is thin and yellow. Okay? That's another thing, eh. Like talking about it's not only the coating, the presence of red spots, right? Di ba pag sa sides ng
Red
top,
spots.
it's still outside, it's still exterior. Pag pumasok na sa loob, no, nasa center na, could be interior. Okay? Excess or
Okay.
deficiency, how are you going to determine through the pulse which one has, you know, uh, how would you describe the pulse of an excess or shall we say, ano ba tawag dito? May term dito eh. Full. No? Machocha would always use the term full. And then deficiency is empty. So syempre, pag sinabi mong empty, will you be able, like, how do you characterize or describe the strength of the pulse? Is it weak or forceful?
When you say
Deficient.
exist deficient, it means weak, doc.
Okay.
When
So,
you say exist po,
yeah.
forceful po siya,
Okay.
malakas, para pong nangangabayo, parang
So
ganun.
first, determine mo kung interior or exterior. You look at the tongue, you ask questions, kung gaano ka chronic na, diba? Usually, pag exterior, medyo matindi pa yung symptoms. Pag interior, medyo matagal na, but mukhang nasanay na siya. Then the second one is determine if it's excess or deficient. Immediately feel the pulse. Okay? And excess usually means it's acute. Deficient, it could be more of chronic, no? Yin or yang. So it's so easy, di ba? Oh. How would you describe a yin tongue?
Yin po is ano,
Let's say, sabihin just by looking at paano mo malalaman? Or the mukha even. How does a person with too much yin look like?
maputla po, doc.
Okay, pag masyadong yang, mapula, right?
Mapula po
So,
siya.
let's say hindi masyadong halata sa mukha. Ano yung tatanungin mo sa history? Okay. Pag siya nanlalamig, ano yung pinipili niyang mga drinks? Warm or cold?
Warm po, doc.
Okay. So if the patient prefers cold, warm drinks, what is that telling you? Yin or yang?
Yin po.
Yin.
Yes po, doc.
Okay. Hot or cold? By feeling the pulse. Would it be easy?
Pardon, doc?
Hot or cold? Paano ma-determine sa pulso pa lang? You show your
Cold po.
faces. Huh?
Cold po. Yin.
No, pag hot or cold, how will you determine sa pulse?
Yes, Opo, doc.
No. Paano mo nga malalaman sa pulse kung hot or cold?
Pag, ay,
Do you
kasi
feel
po pag,
pulse?
weak po yung pag yin, weak
Okay,
yung pulse po niya.
kung mainit yung condition, ano yung pulso niya? Mabilis o mabagal?
Forceful po, doc.
No, mabilis or mabagal. Don't confuse the forceful
Ay,
to fast.
mabilis po, doc. Mabilis po, doc.
Kasi pwedeng cold siya. Pwede
Ay,
siyang
cold.
cold.
Mabagal po, doc.
I'm sorry? Oo, pwedeng mabagal or
Pag
tight, pero yung kanyang pulse is yung ano niya, excess, di ba?
Opo, doc.
So actually sa first four, nandun na yung 8 principles. Do you agree?
Yes
Yeah.
po, doc.
So I hope everybody
Yes
follows
po.
this. No, this is very important. First, you determine is the problem exterior or interior? And it will depend on how you ask the question. So may idea ka na. So kung nakita mo na, ay alam ko na. Okay, interior. So look at the tongue, feel the pulse, ask questions that are very relevant. And the next is determine, is this excess or deficient? The next, is it yin or yang? Is it hot or cold? Easy, diba? Then the fifth one, you have to determine what channels are affected. Yes?
Yes po, Doc.
I hope you are able to find time to watch the video on palpation of the channels. No? For example, medyo tense yung pulse sa heart channel. Mayroon ka nakikitang kakaibang kulay sa heart channel. Or there may be some nodules on the large intestine channel. So that is probably going to help you, right? Number 6, you said it's what pathogens are present. Okay, so we have two pathogens. We have internal and external. Can you give examples?
Pardon po, Doc.
That's the problem when you don't show your picture, your video on them. Bakit pa kinahiya pakita ng mga mukha?
Nagka-problema
You
po
are
kasi mata ko.
above, you're almost graduating, di ba?
Pasensya na, Doc. Nagka-problema yung mata ko.
Ah, okay.
Nagkakaroon po siya ngayon ng ano, parang hindi ko malaman.
Ganito lang ha, ito lang pakiusap ko. Please stop using excuses. Kasi parang
Apo,
hindi
Doc.
ganda. Okay. Is there a problem with the chi or fluid dynamics? So you need to know the chi. Okay, tell us about the chi. Ano yung mga patterns mo with the chi? You need to know. There are actually 4, right?
Um,
Mandyan na yung dalawa, oh.
yes po.
Chi
Yin and or yang.
deficiency, chi stagnation, chi rebellion,
Ay,
chi sinking. What's happening to you?
thank you.
Alam nyo, napaka-importante ito ng first question, okay?
Yes po, Doc.
Okay. According to complementary and alternative medicine, what are the 4 general principles of acupuncture treatment?
Regulate yin and yang,
Okay. Number 2.
strengthening body resistance, and eliminate pathogenic factors po.
Okay. Number 3.
Uh, disting- distinguish primary and secondary factors po.
And number 4.
And treat according to the climate, geography, and individual condition po.
Okay. Very good. Pero mas ma-impress ako if you master the first one. Okay? Kasi that is what you do in the clinic. And that will set you apart from the
Yes
other.
po, Doc.
Number 3. What concept is at the root of all disease? Ibig sabihin, what is the main reason why we all get sick?
The fundamental all disease is due to relative imbalance of yin and yang.
Okay. All disease is due to a relative, just yin and yang imbalance. No? All disease is due to a relative imbalance of the yin and yang. That is why you need to regulate the yin and yang. That's exactly what you do, right? And then you
Yes
have
po, Doc.
to strengthen eliminate the pathogenic factors, strengthen the resistance. Okay? Ano ba yung resistance na tinatawag? By this time, alam mo na yan. Okay. Okay. Bakit walang sagot? Okay, number 4. With excess of yin or yang, what is the effect and corresponding treatment principle?
Yin or yang in excess harm the others. Treatment principles remove the excess. Example, the liver yang rising leads to headache, agitation po.
Ano po impact ng excess yin sa yang?
Pag pag yin po is too much cold po.
No, no, no. Ang tanong ko, kasi sinabi mo kanina, syempre, di ba, babalansan natin yung yin and yang. My question is, if there is too much yin, ano po ang impact niya sa yang? You just said it, di ba?
Opo.
So you tell me now.
Um, remove excess po.
No. My question was, if you have too much yin, ano ang impact niya sa yang? Pag sobra yung
Uh,
isa, ano mangyayari sa isa?
madi-deficient po, Doc.
O, di ba yun ang sinabi mo from the book? yin or yin or
Opo.
yang in excess will harm the other. Oo. Yun.
Yes po.
So if there's too much, you remove it. Okay? So, when you have liver yang rising, bakit bakit nagkakaroon ng headache pag liver yang rising? Di ba ang liver chi is paakyat?
Opo.
So bakit
Kasi po opo. Kasi too much ano po,
okay, because of too
too,
much
too,
yang.
too much yang po. Opo,
Oo,
Doc.
sumobra. Okay?
Opo.
Bakit may agitation? What is
Kasi
the
po
impact
nag-rising
of too much yang in the... Okay, sino yung affected dito? After the liver? Okay,
the heart
can
po.
you tell, oh yeah, of course, the heart. So, hey, why is there agitation?
Because
Bakit? Yes.
the liver stores the blood.
Yeah. And so what happens? So if the liver stores the blood, what explains the agitation?
Um, too much yang po kasi, Doc.
So too much yang will actually affect the yin, right?
Yes po, Doc.
So the yin of the heart is called the residence of the Shen. Kaya agitated ka.
The
Diba?
shin. Opo,
Okay.
Doc.
Now we're done with excess. Now let's go to deficiency of yin or yang. Okay. Tell us more about it and the treatment principle. Okay, ganito ha. Um, just because of, in-answer nyo lang to. You have to also know how to explain this to your patient. Okay? Okay. So, example, pag sobrang yin, anong impact niya sa yang?
Um, too much yin. Uh, too much yin.
What will happen to the yang?
Ano po,
I'm sorry, deficiency na pala tayo.
deficiency po.
Diba?
So,
Okay, if you have yin deficiency, what will happen to the yang?
deficiency yin. So, magde-deficient din po ang yang.
I'm sorry? Okay, what is your
Deficiency
answer
yin.
here? What is your answer dito? Di ba you have an answer?
Opo, the liver yang rising po.
No, iba yan. Nasa deficiency na tayo. Ano ba yan?
Sorry po. Okay.
So you don't have to apologize. It's okay.
If yin or yang po ay deficient, it fails to control the others po.
Okay, so example, yin deficiency. Anong effect niya sa yang? Anong mangyayari kay yang?
Yang will be out of control po.
Okay, it will be uncontrolled. Kasi mahina si yin.
Oh.
Kasi everything is like connected, di ba? So if the one is deficient, the other one cannot be controlled. So what are you going to do? What is your treatment principle?
You
Are
need
you
to
going?
balance out the yang.
I'm sorry?
You need to strengthen the deficient substance po.
Okay, what are you going to do with the uncontrolled substance?
You need to balance out the yang po.
Do you need to do something about the yang? Or there is no need?
No need po, Doc.
No need. All you have to do
No need po, Doc.
is to strengthen the yin, right? Nourish the yin. Hindi mo na kailangang isedate ang yang. Make sense?
Yes po, Doc.
So kung hindi ka dito nag-aaral, you would do you get it? So, syempre, pag out of control ang yang dahil deficiency yin, all you have to do is ignore the yang but do something about the yin. Because what we want to achieve is balancing, right? And all you have to do is to tonify or strengthen the yin. Okay, so I hope you got that.
Tonify the yin, Doc. Tonify the yin.
Okay, will you do something about the yang?
No, Doc.
Okay, good. Number 6, what are the 3 steps to regulating yin and yang when disease is present? So,
If
madali
yin,
lang. Okay.
opo. If yin or yang are in excess, remove the excess.
Hmm.
If yin or yang are deficient, strengthening the deficient substance.
Okay.
Determine if there's a combination of excess and deficiency po.
Okay, very easy question, right? Number 7, when determining how to strengthen body resistance and eliminate the pathogenic factors, what do you need to know about these 2 entities first? Ano yung dapat mong malaman?
Determine the strength of the body resistance po. Qi, blood, jing, and the strength of the pathogenic factors po, Doc.
How? How?
Resistance of
How would you know if okay, andito na yung excess pati deficiency, di ba?
Apo.
Okay. How would you know if there is an excess of the pathogenic factor?
Um, ano po, by looking the face, Doc.
Yeah, what about?
Only
the face?
the strength of the body, strength the body resistance. Determine
Okay,
the strength of the body resistance.
Isang taong may comorbidity, pumunta ng Paris, ang lamig-lamig. Yeah, you were right. Determine the strength of the body's resistance. Check mo, ano ba yung Qi, blood Qing? So we're referring to the person here, the immune system, in fact, and then the strength of pathogenic factor. Okay.
Yeah.
Kasi kung meron ka ng comorbidity, mahina na yung immune system mo, definitely you'll be affected. Parang you will welcome the pathogenic factor with open arms, right? However, there are cases when, kasi depende yan eh. Kasi kung yung katawan mo hindi sanay sa malamig, freezing cold, no matter how strong your, what's this? Your resistance is, no? Sabihin na natin, okay ka, wala kang deficiency, you will still get sick. But the only difference is that you will easily recover, right? That is why I think you have realized that during the recent pandemic, merong iba hindi nakayanan, di ba? Yes?
Yes, Doc.
Okay. So what are you going to advise the patient para hindi sila magkasakit?
Kailangan po nilang palakasin yung kanilang immune system, Doc.
How?
By,
Sabihin natin meron kang yang deficiency. How will you determine if ang isang tao may kidney yang deficiency?
pag giniginaw po, Doc, at ihi ng ihi,
So ano dapat niyang gawin?
you need to tonify it, Doc.
Which one?
The kidney po, Doc.
Can you tell us what, I'm sure nag-attend ka nito, di ba? Ano yung pinaka-practical na gagawin dapat nila? Like, we're not talking about the kidney alone. Ano ba yung center na ano, yung talagang, di ba? Ano nagpapalakas ng chi natin? And this is something that we need to educate everyone with. Diba? Okay, talking about yang deficiency, anong ma-expect mo makikita sa tongue?
Pale po, Doc.
Pale and?
And, ano ba yun? White coating po, Doc. Thick white coating, Doc.
Okay, anong kulay ng tongue pag may chi deficiency?
Cheese blood. Purple po, Doc.
Chi deficiency?
Ay, chi is energy. Pale po, Doc. Sorry.
Okay, ano ang kulay ng tongue ng isang may yin deficiency? I'm sorry, blood deficiency.
Blood deficiency po. Spell and tin po, Doc.
Ang kulay ng tongue na may yang deficiency.
Yang.
Actually, tinanong ko lang anong kulay eh.
Nalito ko.
So, since sinabi mo pale and thin ang blood deficiency, how would you describe the tongue aside from the pallor ng isang may chi deficiency? Will you find anything?
Tin po yung kanyang shape po, Doc. Yung maliit po
Are you
yung
sure?
dila niya.
Or are you just guessing? Kasi sinabi mo, blood deficiency, pale and thin. Eh ngayon, chi deficiency, pale and thin din. Which is which?
Chi is energy.
Do you... Naku, paano ba to? Okay,
Pale dry tin po,
may
Doc.
chi deficiency, actually you don't see anything at all. Ang ano mo lang, or sometimes may makikita kang teeth marks, but that's not very characteristic. Kasi pag yang deficiency tongue, pale din siya, and medyo malaki, and moist, and wet. Wet siya. Yang deficient ka eh. Tapos, ang blood deficiency, pale and thin and dry, right?
Pale and thin and dry. Pale and thin and dry. Pale and
It's
thin.
supposed to be basic. Okay, if body resistance is weak and the pathogen is weak, which entity do you treat first and how?
Strengthening the body first po, Doc.
Okay. If the pathogenic factor is strong in excess and the body resistance is not yet damaged, which entity do you treat first and how?
First, you need to eliminate the pathogen po.
Okay. This is what I gave us an example, no? Even if healthy yung isang pasyente, your priority should be to eliminate the pathogen. So going back to yung pumunta ng Paris na healthy, what are you going to do? How do you eliminate the pathogen? Okay, mamaya na lang yan. Okay. Ano ba yun? Dapat by this stage, alam nyo na yung matatapos na tayo, di ba? Okay, if the pathogenic factor is strong or in excess and the body resistance is weak, which entity do you treat first and how?
First, you need to strengthen the body, clear pathogen simultaneously po, Doc.
Bakit mo sinabing first, tapos simultaneously? Di ba contradicting yon? Ano ba talaga?
Strengthen the body and clear the pathogen stimulation simultaneously.
Simultaneously. You don't say first.
Apo, Doc.
You do it simultaneously. Okay, when discussing primary versus secondary processes, the Blanc process can be thought of as the root cause, etiology, or the antipathogenic chi. Primary or secondary?
The primary po.
When discussing primary versus secondary processes, the Blanc process can be thought of as the branch effect, manifestation, symptoms, or pathogenic factors.
Secondary po, Doc.
When treating primary versus secondary processes, which of the two should be treated first, generally?
In general, the primary issue should be treated first to prevent a disease from starting or getting worse po, Doc.
Okay. I hope you remember that. When treating primary versus secondary processes, which of the two should be treated first if the symptom is acute? Ano una mo?
Yes po, the symptoms,
Okay,
secondary
symptoms.
issue.
And then
Should
one,
be,
you're able to relieve the symptoms, then you treat the cause, the root cause.
Apo. Then treat the root cause once symptoms are under
Are you
control.
going to do it on the same session?
No, Doc.
Okay. So what will you advise the patient?
Balik po uli siya.
Okay. Paano mo siya mako-convince na bumalik? Eh kasi maganda na yung pakiramdam niya. What are you going to do?
Sabihin po namin may session po uli kasi kumbaga nitreat lang po namin yung symptoms.
Paano mo siya mapapaniwala? Ano resibo mo? Think. Ito na yung sinasabi ko. Uso na ngayon ang picture, selfie, di ba? Selfie ng tongue. So, sabihin mo, as long as this tongue is, ganito itsura niyan, you're not okay yet. Right?
Okay po.
So you have to be very convincing. Kasi kung medyo unsure ka, sasabihin niya, certified ka ba? Yan, ganun. Okay? You have to be confident. And you really have to know what to do. Okay? And you should understand whatever lessons we have about. Number 15. When treating primary versus secondary processes, which of the two should be treated first? If both primary and secondary are serious.
Treat both simultaneously po, Doc.
So you're going to treat both on the same session?
Yes po, Doc.
In terms of treating primary versus secondary process, describe the concept of treating different diseases with the same method.
Symptoms are different, but etiology is the same. Root cause etiology can be responsible for several disparate symptoms. Example, kidney yin deficiency can cause both sore throat and low back pain po, Doc.
Okay. What about kidney yang deficiency? Can you also have other symptoms?
Kidney.
Kidney yang deficiency.
Kidney yang.
Will you have diarrhea in kidney yang deficiency and low back pain as well?
Yes po, Doc.
Okay, what do you call that pattern na alas 5, nagtatai ka? Tapos, if we call it cockscrow diarrhea, remember? What could be the cause there? At saka bakit alas 5?
Alas 5. Bakit alas 5?
Are you familiar with the organ clock?
Not yet, Doc.
Oh my God, why not?
Hindi po masyadong kabisado pa yung iba.
What have you been doing?
But I have my own organ clock here. Also, alas 5.
Okay, ang tanong ko ganito, bakit sabi mo kasi kidney yang deficiency with spleen yang deficiency, nagtatai siya, pero alas 5 na madaling, 5 a.m. Why 5
Yeah.
a.m., not 7 a.m.?
It's pertaining to the lungs, Doc.
5 a.m.? At
Large.
ano yung time na napaka-active ng kidney?
5 p.m. po, Doc.
To
6 p.m. po, Doc.
7 p.m. Ano ba klaseng chart yung
7 p.m. Doc. 7 p.m.
So, if the kidneys are very active at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., at what time would the kidneys be very, very weak?
Um, 5 a.m. po, Doc.
Okay, why did it take you so long to answer?
Tinitignan ko pa yung charts ko, Doc.
Okay, in terms of treating primary versus secondary processes, describe the concept of treating the same disease with different methods.
Symptoms are like, but etiology, pathogenesis are different. Example, headache can be caused by liver yang rising or Chi blood deficiency.
Is it possible that you have three patients who are all diabetic, the treatment would be different?
Yes po, Doc.
Or is it also possible that you have 3 different people with 3 different diseases? The treatment would be the same?
Possible po, Doc.
Okay. So we presume you already are familiar with the pattern differentiation.
Yes po, Doc.
Okay.
Nalaglag.
Kasi medyo hindi tayo magaling na practitioner if you don't even know how to diagnose. Okay, in the spring, kahit wala tayong spring sa Philippines, but for purposes of, embracing the practice of TCM, what are pathogenic factors likely to attack and how do you needle to treat them?
Pathogenic factors attack superficial layer and needling in shallow needling.
Okay. That is why pag nilaliman mo, mabilis nila makuha yung Dutch. Medyo masasaktan sila. Okay, sa summer naman, where are pathogenic factors likely to attack and how do you needle to treat them?
Pathogenic factors attack the skin and shallow needling po.
Okay, like ngayon, El Nino, are you going to needle deep?
No po, Doc.
Okay. The last one, in the fall or autumn, where are pathogenic factors likely to attack and how do you needle them?
Pathogenic factors attack the muscles, deeper needling po.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sir June. Bakit mo parati ka natitense?
Ewan ko po, Doc. Hindi ko
should be-
alam. Kinakabahan lagi ako.
So I think you should treat yourself, no?
Doc, pwedeng magtanong? Mamaya na nga lang.
Sige.
Kasi, Doc, nung napunta ako ng Baguio, sorry ha, Kasi puro karne nakain ko. So, ang nangyari, yung mata ko parang medyo, hindi ko alam kung parang mayroon pong gumagalaw-galaw na hindi ko maano.
Di ba alam mo na yan kung bakit gumagalaw-galaw?
That is the liver po, Doc. Too much heat po siguro.
Bakit nagkaroon ng heat? Eh, malamig naman sa Baguio.
Eh, puro karne po kasi nakakain, Doc. Wala po
Well,
kasi.
you know what to do.
Yeah, but if there's any mas powerful point.
Why would I tell you the point? You should find out for yourself.
Okay, Doc.
That's
Yun lang po.
liver, liver wing. Diba?
Yeah. Nagaan yung mata ko eh.
O sige,
Gumagalaw.
uh, anong point ang gagamitin mo?
Um, ano po, nag-mortgage po ako.
Bakit ba ang hilig-hilig nyo ng 4K?
Para, para ano. Pero pwede lang po liver 3.
No, una-una, what exactly is the diagnosis there when you have twitching of the muscle, yung muscle mo dyan?
Wind
Bago,
po.
bago nangyari yun, ano ba nangyari?
Kung nga po alam eh, kumain lang naman ako
Alam nyo
ng
lang, 4 gates lang lahat. You're just opening that for...
Yeah.
Okay, you can do it, pero that's very generic. And anyway, uh,
Yes, Doc.
okay, so can we proceed to the next? Maraming salamat, Sir June.
Thank you, Doc.
Pati even your voice is a bit, ano ba, parang natatakot, hindi ko maintindihan. You know,
Sobrang init po.
you have to have, ano, no? Siguro kulang ka ng tulog parati. One cause bakit nagtitwitch, kulang sa tulog. Diba? That's liver blood deficiency na nagkaroon ng liver yin deficiency and then nagkaroon ng heat, no? So liver blood, heat, heat in the liver. So, syempre pag masyadong maraming heat, magkakaroon ka ng wind. Kasi it makes, sinisi mo pa yung kinain mong karne.
Opo, Doc.
So how much sleep did you have when you were in Baguio?
Hindi ako masyado nakakatulog dun, Doc.
Okay, so that explains it. Kaya you are more agitated, mas restless ka eh. No?
Tsaka medyo mainit, Doc, ngayon. Hinihapo ako. Hihika.
Okay. So treat yourself muna and good luck. Ano ba yan? Okay. Let's now proceed to the next one. Mom Angel, good evening.
Good evening, Doc. Good evening,
Okay.
classmates.
In the winter, where are pathogenic factors likely to attack and how do you needle them?
Um, um, Pathogenic factors attack tendons and bones po, Doc. Tapos,
Okay.
we needle them deep,
Very
deep
deep.
po, Doc.
Yeah,
Apo.
kasi palalim ng palalim, no? Tendons,
Yes.
bones, very interior na siya kasi. Para syempre pa natatago na very winter yan. So the needling should also be deep. But again, you have to consider yung body constitution din ng pasyente. So when treating a patient based on geographical location, what are some factors to consider?
Kailangan po, Doc, i-consider po natin yung climate, lifestyle, culture of patient po, Doc.
Okay, when to talk about climate,
Yes po, Doc.
mainit na rin ngayon sa Baguio yata eh.
Apo.
Okay, alam mo na yon. Climate, lifestyle, culture of the patient. When treating a patient based on individual conditions, what are some factors to consider? Ito naman sa tao, no?
Yes po, Doc. Kailangan po natin i-consider, Doc, yung age, gender, and kanina nabanggit po natin yung constitution of patient po, Doc.
Okay, with regards to age, sabihin na natin senior, anong ine-expect mo na affected?
Pag senior, Doc, I expect na meron po siyang kidney essence deficiency na, Doc.
With liver blood? Yeah.
Yes po, Doc.
Gender. Okay.
Pag gender, Doc,
yes.
Pag gender, Doc, ay ang iniisip ko dito, pagka babae, more on blood deficiency,
Liver
Doc,
blood,
or
yeah.
liver stagnation po.
Okay. Very good. Number 24, how do you adjust needle retention for a patient based on their constitution and or the pathogen at play? Or saan mas matagal ang pag-retain?
Sa ano doc, sa strong constitution po or strong pathogen, tsaka yung goal natin is to clear, dapat longer yung retention ng needles. Tapos pagka weaker constitution naman or infant or ang goal natin is to nourishing,
Please lang.
shorter po or yung ano po yung shorter retention po.
Good. How do you adjust needle depth for a patient based on their constitution and on the pathogen at play?
Deeper po doc sa strong constitution, strong pathogens. Parang naulit to doc
Oo nga
24 and 25, opo.
How do you adjust needle size for a patient based on their constitution and on the pathogen at play?
Larger size doc pagka stronger treatments, stronger constitution, tapos smaller size naman po pagka deficient patients po and gentler treatment po.
Para hindi sumigaw, no?
Opo, kasi masakit po eh.
Okay, what are the 6 therapeutic methods?
The
CAM?
Opo, 6 therapeutics methods po natin is number 1, reinforcing. Number 2, reducing. Number 3, warming. Number 4, clearing. Number 5, ascending. And number 6, descending po daw.
Wow, very good. What are the 6 categories to consider when writing a good point prescription?
Opo, according po kay Dr. Cao po daw, number 1 is to follow the SANGPO and DND. Number 2 is follow the symptoms. Number 3 is to follow the channel like primary, luo, or sinew. Number 4 is the ASHI points. Number 5 is empirical points. And number 6 is the distal points.
Okay, so we follow first the Zhang-Fu diagnosis and differentials, no?
Yes, Doc.
Follow the symptoms, follow the channel. Sa channel, you have to consider kung primary ba siya, luo or sinew, the ASHI, empirical, distal. What is your understanding of empirical points?
Sa pagkakaunawa ko, Doc, sa empirical points is siya yung yung ginagamit. Teka lang po, nawala. Parang combination points po siya, Doc.
Combination? Hindi ba yung ito na yung sanay nilang gamitin but we do not know why? Empirical, di ba?
Yung kasanayan na po ng gamitin.
Tell me, empirical point for insufficient lactation is SI1. Ano ang rationale doon?
Kasi Doc, kumbaga mas malapit yung SI1 sa nipples po natin.
Pero with regards to connection in terms of channel, anong dumadaan ba siya sa nipple?
Hindi, Doc. Malapit lang.
So yun ang empirical. We cannot really fathom why. What are some options for formats for writing a prescription? Ito na option na lang to ha. You can have your own. Okay.
Opo. So number 1, Doc, is list points from upper to lower body. Number 2, list points in order of importance. Number 3, list bilateral then unilateral points. Number 4, quadrant diagram. Number 5, list sedated then strengthened points po.
Okay. So you don't exactly have to write all of this down, pero depende na yun sa, no? Options lang man to. Okay, the following techniques are used for ano bang ginagawa dito? Rotation, needling follows channel direction, shallower needling, shorter duration.
Ang ginagawa po natin dyan, Doc, is tonifying and reinforcing, Doc.
Okay. What about this? Counterclockwise rotation, needling against channel direction, deeper needling, longer retention.
Dito naman, Doc, kabaliktaran po, Doc, is sedating and reducing po, Doc.
Okay. In acupuncture, ano ba ibig sabihin ng big prescription?
Yun doc, yung pag big prescription is sinasabi natin more points used, wide range of issues happening, and multiple channels or organs collateral affected. So mas madami po tayong ni-use na points po.
Masakit sa ulo, no?
Po.
What is a small prescription?
Syempre pag smaller prescription doc, fewer points lang, tapos single or simple disorder happening lang kasi ano pa lang siya, small pa lang siya.
Okay. What is an odd prescription?
Odd prescription is only a single point use po doc.
Okay. Do you have the ebook? I think I gave you 2 ebooks. You know, they
Okay,
just one
po.
point. Oh. Okay. What is an even prescription?
Sa even prescription naman doc is a pair of points used. Like yuan plus luo points, tapos front mo naman in bakshu. Sample po.
What is a compound prescription?
Compound prescription po docs is 2 or more points grouped with different functions used for complicated cases. Like example, meron ka ng headache, meron ka pang diarrhea.
Okay. What are the 3 main categories of points to consider when composing a prescription? The symptom you want to treat. Or ano yung 3 categories ng points na dapat mong gawin sa isang pasyente?
Una doc is yung nearby points. Nearby points, kumbaga local points and adjacent point. Tapos number 2 is distal points. Located below elbows, knees on the meridian. Use upper points for the lower body problems and vice versa. Use points on the left side of the body to treat symptoms on the right side of the body and vice versa. Sa symptomatic points naman, doc, ito na po yung binabanggit nyo kanina, yung empirical points and other points combo for specific symptoms po.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin, okay. You mentioned 3 main categories ng points. Ano yung una mong gagamitin?
Unang-unang gagamitin, doc, yung mga local
malayo.
points, doc.
Yung malayo muna.
Apo. Yung distal, doc.
Then the symptomatic, no?
Apo.
What is the point prescription for kidney Qi deficiency?
Ang prescription po dyan, doc, is bladder 23, which is bakshu po ng kidney. And REN4 po, nag-fortifies po ng original Qi and tonifies kidney. And kidney 3, doc, kasi siya po yung source point ng kidney po.
Very good. This is very common, no? So, if you have an elderly or if you feel na talagang, actually hindi lang ganun eh. Most cases that you would see, hindi lang kidney Qi deficiency, may kidney essence pa deficiency, no? Or sometimes combination of kidney yang deficiency, mas predominant yung kidney yang deficiency, pero meron din siyang kidney yin deficiency. But dito natin pinapakita the importance of using the points. Okay? So we hope that everybody understood this and the importance of using the yuan source points. Okay? Next, what about for spleen or stomach deficiency?
Sa spleen stomach deficiency, doc, we can use REN6 po, doc, to foster original Qi and tonifies Qi. And REN12 po, kasi front mo po siya ng stomach. Then stomach 36 po, ang harmonized stomach, fortifies spleen, and tonify original plus upright Qi po, doc.
Are you not going to consider the bakshu?
Pwede din, doc. Siyempre, pang chronic po, doc, talagang kailangan may bakshu po, doc.
Okay. What's the point prescription for Qi or blood deficiency?
So, ang prescription point po for Qi and blood deficiency is, ito po, yung bakshu of the spleen is bladder 20 po, doc. Kasi kailangan po siya. And then bladder 17, influential point for the blood. Stomach 36 again, tonifies original plus upright Qi. Spleen 6 po, doc, kasi 3-leg yin. And always remember that tonify the spleen helps build nourish blood.
Okay. Here you could actually see na napaka-importante ni stomach 36, no?
Yes po, Doc.
Because this is the one that tonifies your chi. Original chi and upright chi. And everybody should know how to needle this correctly, no? Bakit ginagamit dito ang spleen 6? Like yin, three-leg yin. What are the yin that we're talking about here?
Ano po, Doc? Yan po yung kumbaga English name is three intersection po. Yung San Yin Jiao po.
Okay.
Opo. So,
Sino-sino to?
kaya sa
Ano yung three yin sa leg?
po,
Ano yung tatlong yin sa leg?
three yin sa leg po is sino nga ba to? Na
Three-leg yin di ba?
opo.
Bakit nagta-tense ka na? Hindi ba nga tayo nag-revalida?
Opo, kasi number one po, Doc, yung spleen talaga. Kasi yin siya.
So yung dalawa pa, sino pa yung dalawa?
Si kidney, Doc, is also yin.
And
Liver, Doc, for the blood.
okay.
Yin din.
Alam mo yan bakit ka natitense? Nakakatakot yung mukha. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Very
Doc.
good. Let's now go to Ma'am Ami Glorioso. Good evening. Ma'am Ami.
Parang wala po siya, Dok.
Ay, sino pala yung nakita ko kanina? Wala pa siya. Nakita ko siya kanina. Baka may pasyente. It's okay. Let's call on Ma'am Lynn Galarita. Good evening, Ma'am Lynn.
Good evening, Doc.
You're there, no? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So what's the I hope everybody finds this very important, ha? So siguro maiba ko na lang yung tanong. What do you expect to find in a patient with kidney yin deficiency? Yung mga tinatawag nating pathognomonic there's a term for that. Most important signs ba yon? Yung mga ganon. Pag nakita mo yon, alam mo na kaagad may kidney deficiency, including the tongue and pulse.
Kidney deficiency, Doc. Low back pain. Tapos, knee pain din. Ang tongue, walang puffing. Parang mahaba na ano.
So how will you
Tapos,
differentiate this from kidney chi deficiency?
kidney chi deficiency, may signs ng...
Okay.
Hindi pala.
Remember, ano yung pinaka-basic when you say yin deficiency, aside from what you see on the tongue?
Tapos may, yin deficiency, mga basic na signs, night sweat.
Night sweats, very
Malar
important.
flash.
5-pound heat.
5-pound
Malar
heat.
flash.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the RX, point RX here?
Kidney 3, the source point of the kidney. Tapos kidney 6 to nourish the kidney yin. Bladder 52, ito yung outer back shoe point of the kidney. Gallbladder 25, the front wing of the kidney. Kapag rin yung kidney 9, kasi yung sheath left for the yin wave channel, kaya tinotonify din yung kidney yin.
Okay.
And kidney 10, water point of the kidney meridian po.
Are you going to use it on kidney yin deficiency or siguro kung may empty heat na?
Okay.
Diba? This is just kidney yin deficiency. Yeah. So kaya if you take a look closely at the points, we have the source point, and kidney 6 is very good at nourishing the yin of the kidney. You can actually use bladder 23 if you want. And bladder 52 is simply adding 29. So outer back shoe siya. No? Next, what types of points are used to treat deficiency?
Usually the Yuan source points, the back shoe points, and the front knee points.
Okay, they're actually the ones that improve, increase the quality of the energy, no? Number 43, what is the point treatment for expelling external wind?
Okay. Gallbladder 20.
Parang
yun lagi yung nauna sa ano.
Ay, oo.
LI4.
Talaga. And grabe ang impact niya.
LI4. Mga
yes.
nauna.
So why did you not use LI11 instead? Or is there
LI11 mas more for heat and blood problem.
At saka mga chronic heat in the blood. Ito kasi external pa no? Very good. What is the calm point treatment for promoting defecation and reducing heat?
Dito na yung LI11.
Yes. Yeah.
Kasi Hushi point for clearing heat din siya.
Yes.
Tapos stomach 25, yung front view of the LI. Pwede. Kasi di ba sabi lahat ng stomach problems pwede yung stomach 25.
And are we going
stomach
to use
40?
Actually, wala namang like ang reason kasi dito kung bakit gagamitin yung stomach 40 is that it is a luo connecting, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, i-reduce
hindi pa dahil sa ano siya.
ini-impact natin si yin. And number 1 siya for phlegm. Next, what is the point treatment for invigorating blood circulation and removing blood stasis?
Okay. Bladder 17, ito yung influential point for the blood.
Yes. And wag nyo talagang kalimutan to. In fact, no, if the moment you see that the tongue is purple, i-probe nyo or i-palpate nyo po yung kanyang spleen 10, masakit na masakit. And of course, any blood issue, you have to use bladder 17, the influential point. And dito mo na magagamit ngayon kung anong specific organ was affected by using the She-clef, no?
Yeah. Pero ba, Doc, mas yung She-clef ng yin meridians ang more for blood disorders?
Yes. Only the yin. Katulad nung pang meron kang hemoptysis, di ba? Oo. So,
you have lung 6.
Yes.
Lung 6.
The yang kasi more on ano lang talaga, the pain, no?
Mas mga acute pain.
Yes. Next, for blood stasis pain, like a needle prick, which points would you use? So dito na papasok ngayon.
Yung She-clef points. Mga acute pain.
Yeah, so there is really a need to be very familiar with the She-clef. And I tell you, it works so good on the ear.
Yeah.
Na-amaze. And of course, dito na papasok yung mga influential point, bladder 18, spleen 10. So,
stomach 25.
When you have epigastric pain, no? And then spleen 6 also.
6.
Yeah. What is the point treatment for food stagnation causing indigestion?
REN 11 for abdominal distension.
11 and 12.
12.
Yeah.
Stomach 12.
So if you notice, para ano talaga, automatic REN 12, stomach 36.
36.
No?
Yeah,
and then,
36.
And then
tapos yung ano, for malnutrition, stagnation ng sa mga kids, yung sifong.
No, sifong, that's an extra point.
Binibili.
Sisigaw din. Yeah. Next, what is the point treatment for liver chi stagnation causing abdominal pain? So this is especially true when, I came to realize that the reason why some people have abdominal pain is that, ano, yung nagagalit pag kumakain, parang pagod, yung mga ganun.
Mm.
So nag-aaway while eating, ganun. So this,
Parang may questions related niyan later, Doc.
oh, sige,
Dulo.
cool. Sige.
Okay. Di ba yung patterns ng abdominal pain?
Yeah, so of course, when you
gastric
talk about liver chi stagnation, you will have to
stagnation.
consider, remember, this is a chronic thing, so you would
Yeah.
be using
Back of the liver, bladder
back of the
18.
liver and
3 and 4
gallbladder, in
point.
fact. Huwag niyo talagang kalimutan ang gallbladder. Magkaano lang sa...
Bladder 19.
Yes. And what else? Of course, the very favorite liver 3.
Liver 3.
Then what
Walang
else?
kamatayan. Liver 4 spreads liver chi.
I also love using liver 5.
Yeah,
Kasi I had one client na talagang sumama yung loob niya sa mga tao niya. So tinusok ko talaga sa liver 5. Okay. Now, liver 14, we all know, is the front move, right?
Of the liver.
Yes. Because
GB34, the Hussey point of the gallbladder.
Gallbladder. Yeah. So hindi talaga. And then iba din pala yung points, like if you have hypochondrial pain, no?
Gallbladder 41.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I usually use this like alam mo kasi when you do you remember our lecture on Aculift, no? Liver 3, gallbladder 41. Talagang ang ganda ng combination niya kasi nare-relax sila. And this is the reason why some people, they look older than their age because of stress. Okay. Then Sanjiao 5 and also Shaoyang
points.
So, lahat ng ito puro liver and gallbladder. Grabe yung impact niya, no? You may not actually use all of them. You just choose whatever points are tender, kaya yung ating probe will come in very, very handy. Next, how do you treat tightness in the meridians due to cold?
By warming po. So we apply moxa to
Moxibustion.
local points on the meridian.
Yes. And what is the point treatment for warming the middle burner to dispel the cold? Again,
so we needle moxa on Ren 12, stomach 36.
Yeah.
Middle burner. Pwede rin siguro Doc, stomach ay Ren 8. Diba? Sa puso.
Indirect moxa ang Ren 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, oo. Kaya lang baka ininidle ng iba, no? Okay, anyway. What is the point treatment for restoring young collapse? Very, very common.
Ayan, Ren 8 po. Do
8.
8. Do 20.
Yes.
Do 4. Yung, hindi ba pwede yung do 4 daw? Di ba may men... Tapos kidney 1, I think pwede rin. Stomach 36, CV4, the gate of origin.
Oo, wag na masyado maraming points. I think
so mamili na lang. Pero young collapse.
Young collapse na to eh.
Yeah.
What is the point treatment for dispelling pathogenic heat? Now, this is also very important.
Dispelling pathogenic heat. Wait lang. Saan na ba yung aking notes?
Obviously, we have
pathogenic heat, LI11.
You use both LI11 and LI4.
I4, 214. Stomach 44 pag merong stomach heat.
Yes.
Yung urgent points sa ear apex.
You bleed it.
You bleed.
Next, what points are used to clear heat from Zangfu organs?
All the Jingwell points. Tapos,
and the Yi spring.
Yi spring points also. Tsaka yung extra point, si Sean, Diba yung sa
Yes.
tip ng fingers?
As long as you could bleed, no?
Bleed.
I-bleed yun. Actually, the bleeding, hindi naman lahat kailangan. Basta maano lang. 2 drops?
3 drops.
Yeah. What modalities other than acupuncture can be used to clear heat? Now, this is also very common.
Yeah, gua sha, Doc. Cupping.
Yes, I hope everybody has that, no? What is the treatment for loss of consciousness due to heat? Oh, uso ngayon yan.
Do 26.
Yes.
Lagi-lagi naman yun, Doc.
And of course,
The
kailangan may
Jewel
dala-dala
point.
kayong karayom.
Yeah.
The 12 Jingwell points.
12 points.
So, as acupuncturists, as practitioners, you should know what to do. Kaya dapat may dala-dala kayo parati sa wallet nyo ng mga needles.
Tapos yung mga extra point, decision points, Doc.
Yes.
Decision point at the apex also for loss of consciousness.
Yeah. What is the point treatment for treating descending problems such as prolapse, ptosis, and sinking chi in the middle jaw? So in fact, we have some extra points that are, of course, when you talk about sinking or prolapse, gamitin mo kaagad yung the highest point in the body, no?
Yeah, it's do 20 to raise up the chi. Tapos
T2.
yung the extra point T2.
Yeah.
Ren 4, Ren 16, Ren 12.
Yes.
Stomach 36.
Yeah. And we know someone, no, politician who has, I think it is, ano na to, yung myasthenia gravis na, no? Ayaw na ibanggitin. Okay. 50, kasi yung isa niyang mata, no, sa left eye. Kaya na baka nanonood, baka maano tayo. What technique is used to treat prolapsed organs?
Ascending needle technique.
Very good. What technique or modality is used to treat ptosis of organs?
Pwede moxa. Moxa.
Prolapse, oo. Moxa. What is the point treatment for regulating stomach chi? Ito, another very important. I always encounter this.
Point to regulate stomach 36. Hindi mawawala yun. And Ren 12. Tapos Ren 17, the front of the pericardium. Kasi converging point of chi, Ren 17.
Also spleen 4.
Yes, spleen 4. Pericardium 6, regulating stomach chi, di ba? Command point ng chest, heat, and the heart and the epigastrium.
Yes. Oo. And finally, number 60, what is the point treatment for descending rebellious stomach chi?
The Hussey point for the stomach 36.
Going down. No?
Down.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Lynn. Thank you for pitching in for, na-busy yata si Ma'am Ami. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now let's go to Ma'am Joy.
Hi, Doc. Good evening po.
What is the point treatment to soothe liver yang?
Point to soothe liver yang, Doc, is, of course, liver 3.
Of course.
And then GB20 and kidney 1. So,
okay.
Next, marami pa.
Liver yang kasi is internal heat yan kaya dapat ilabas. And GB20 is so effective for both exterior and interior heat, no? And also, ito na yung sinasabi kanina ni Ma'am, yung kidney 1. It grounds your chi. The problem with this, it's so painful because siguro pressure na lang. Or hanapin mo sa tenga yung kidney 1. It's somewhere here lang. Here. I think
or nung din, Doc, tinuro ang po ni Doc Web is pwede daw mag-through and through from liver 3.
Yeah, pero I don't think.
Pero parang masakit din yun.
Hindi naman siya masakit, pero well, less is more.
Tsaka baka matakot naman yung pasyente, Doc, pag ganun. Unless siguro wala na siyang malay, tas ikaw kung ano-ano na lang tusukin mo, parang baka sakaling mabuhay.
Needle liver 3 na lang, Doc, for the direction ng kidney 1.
Yun nga
I think, para ano.
Ibaba mo talaga siya. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Distally.
Kasi same direction. Oo, Doc.
Yun talaga. Wow. Okay, provide a summary of the different types and treatment patterns of the following. Let's start with epigastric pain. Can you tell us
Doc, ang haba nito.
okay lang, may sagot naman, but you need to explain.
Ang talaga, epigastric pain. Doc, one of the ba yun?
Patterns.
Treatment patterns.
Okay.
Kasi di ba merong, ang mga, ano niya, tawag dito.
Okay, anyway, we have the points here. What I'm going to ask is, how are you going to differentiate the three? So, can you imagine three patients with the same problem? So, ang tanong ko, how will you be able to identify na the epigastric pain is due to food retention when you look at the tongue?
Oh, pero di ba lahat to, Doc, meron sila syempreng sa stomach area, sa middle ng tongue.
Mm-hmm. So medyo iba. Like, how are you going to compare it with the liver overacting on the stomach? So
Doc, hindi ako prepared para dito.
the liver energy is so strong, the wood, no? So sa liver overacting on the stomach, ang issue dito will not definitely be the stomach. Nag-weaken yung stomach
It's
because
the liver.
the liver. So you would see something there. Diba? This usually happens. Yeah.
Parang liver yang rising na rin ba yan, Doc? Ganon?
Ay, hindi. Hindi naman siya. Actually, the liver is all directions, no? It's just that sumobra lang, no? Kaya tinawag na liver yang rising, umabot hanggang ulo. 'Di ba all directions ang liver? So, 'di ba? It can move towards the stomach. So, ibig sabihin, may ano talaga dito, yung liver. Yon. And then you will have to feel the pulse. When you feel the pulse, it's a bit wiry, no? And then i-compare mo doon sa stomach niya, like humina. So syempre pag humina yung stomach, magkakaroon talaga ng effect sa kanyang chi. Kaya nagkakaroon ka ng pain. And what about stomach deficiency with cold stagnation? How are you going to differentiate it? Kasi if you notice, the points are different, no?
Yes, Doc.
So, yeah.
So pag may cold, syempre may magiging white coat yung tongue.
Sometimes nagiging blue.
And yes,
retention of food kasi thick na yung coating, 'di ba? At saka may amoy. May amoy siya.
Kasi sticky na yung
yes. Yeah.
May foul o pagka nagdighay, naaamoy mo na.
My God, you're so prepared to take the Revalida. Okay. Next, let's go to vomiting naman. Now, this can happen, no? Well, so dito kasi, sometimes you would forget na kailangan mo pala talaga i-differentiate. Like, you have to look at the tongue pa rin. So, if you notice, it's almost similar to the first one, no? The epigastric pain. This is the vomiting. So,
yes, Doc.
Kung food retention.
So, pag food retention, Doc, magkakaroon ng parang thick yung pinakatang, yung body ng tongue. And then the coat will be, ano ba to? Yung batik, may butil-butil.
So ito naman,
ano ba ta?
Oo. Liver chi stagnation, overacting on the stomach. This is a good example of wood overacting on the stomach or spleen, di ba? So syempre, pag nag-overact sa stomach, instead of descending, umakyat siya. Sumama ngayon yung ano.
So magiging sticky din ulit yung coat, Doc?
Wala ka usually makikita. In fact, mahina talaga. Ito namang food retention kasi.
Pero thin. So siguro parang thin, pero meron pa ring kasi 'di ba, Doc, pagka may syempre mag-form ng acid.
Nagre-reflux.
Tama ba?
Nagre-reflux.
Oo, magkakaroon ng reflux. So most likely, Doc, kahit thin yung magiging coating niya.
Yes.
parang may ano pa rin ng sticky. Parang yung ano kanina ng baka may konti na ring smell, I would
Yeah.
assume.
And of course, when you have weak spleen and stomach, um, this is a very chronic
Spleen, Doc, it
thing.
will be pale
Yes. Now you know.
and then
Now let's go
thick
to
and white.
hiccups. Hiccups. The same thing. Paulit-ulit lang, no? Food retention,
Yes, Doc.
liver stagnation, cold in the stomach. Abdominal pain. So this is hindi lang sa epigastric, no? The whole abdomen. Okay? So dito mo makikita ngayon. Okay, my question is, alam mo naman yung food retention. How would you differentiate spleen-yang deficient? So this is pinaganda lang niya hypoactivity. Hindi masyadong gumagana si spleen. So spleen-yang deficiency and the accumulation of cold. So accumulation of cold is saan ba to nanggaling? Sa labas? Or galing sa loob?
Pagka-accumulation, Doc, is galing sa labas. Tama ba?
Wala naman silang ginamit na points that will eliminate the exterior, no? So parang galing na siya sa loob din. Accumulate. Okay. Pag galing sa labas, it should have been cold invasion. Di ba? Now this one is
Okay.
accumulation.
Pero the accumulation, okay, Doc. Okay, gets nga. Okay.
So,
Invasion is outside and accumulation is...
yeah, because it can never be a cold invasion because walang ginamit ng mga wind eliminating points, right? GB20.
So pero Doc, kunyari yan, pero dahil ang points are those points like Ren 12 and Ren 8. Pero kunyari wala, Doc, wala yung points. So, yun pa rin yung kailangan i-consider, di ba? If it's internal, external.
Yeah, of course. You have to look at the tongue. So definitely, when you look at the tongue, this is already accumulation of cold. Kung wind cold, kasi ang cold kasi, ang stomach, no? Pwedeng directly affected by cold. Especially when you eat something cold, no? But in this case,
yes,
it's been there for quite some time. Kaya nire-recommend na Moxa, Ren 12. And Ren 8 nga eh. Yan ang pagkakaiba niya sa spleen-yang deficiency. Okay? So, accumulation of cold, I'd like to believe there is already, blue tongue na siya. Whereas in spleen-yang deficiency, the color may still be pale and wet. No? Next, we go to abdominal distension. Now, yung pagkatapos kumain, nagdi-distend yung abdomen.
Alam niyo ba, Doc? Kakwento ko lang saglit. Sabi ko, bakit nung tapos ko sagutan to mga to, bakit parang bigla ako nagkaroon ng symptoms? Ano bang tawag dun, Doc? Yung mag nag-Google ka, tapos parang feeling mo lahat yung sakit na yun meron ka.
Ibig sabihin talaga, initin mo.
Bakit ang sakit ng tiyan ko? Tapos may borborygmi pa ako, may nausea, ganyan.
Well, that's what we call an empath.
Very liver.
So, sana naramdaman mo rin yung mga naramdaman ng pasyente.
Nako, Doc, baka naman magkasakit naman ako sa nila.
A very good actor, a very good stage performer. Kasi na-internalize mo lang.
Masyado ko yung na-internalize lahat.
There are people who are like that. They could feel what you feel. So
bawat pasyente ko, iba rin yung nararamdaman ko.
Yes. Okay, so now you know.
Ayun, so like kunyari, Doc, ang feeling ko meron akong yun yung, but syempre may pale white coating ako, diba? So parang deficiency condition, of course.
I think yung sa'yo medyo chronic na yan eh. Although we don't have to really say what, no, I think it's just too much thinking. And of course, there's
feeling ko, Doc, lungs yung nagpahina ng lahat ng ano ko eh.
Baka humina ang lungs.
Oo, Doc.
I think there's, wag na, baka humaba pa. Punta na tayo sa of abdominal pain. Baka they will get to know more about you.
Oo nga,
And
malay niyo, Dok, gustuhin nila akong i-treat. Ako na mag-practice nila.
we might even have comments from our other viewers. Anyway, patterns of abdominal pain.
Patterns of abdominal pain, as we said earlier, Doc, there's food retention, hyperactivity of spleen yang, accumulation of cold, and liver qi stagnation.
Okay. Like, without looking at the tongue of the patient, what exactly are you going to do right away?
If I'm not gonna look at the tongue,
Yes.
for which one, Doc? Ay, sa abdominal pain, palpate.
Yeah, palpate. Very good. So yan lang. Yan lang talaga isipin mo. What about vomiting? We have already taken this up earlier, no? So,
Yes, Doc. Like, para lahat to may food retention.
oo.
Ako
So,
talaga to. Then,
internalize mo ba yan?
wala pa namang vomiting, Doc. Pero yung, feeling ko meron na akong, parang yun, liver qi stagnation, meron ako niyan. May weakness of spleen. Kasi biglang sumasakit yung tiyan ko ngayon ng kakaiba.
And also,
Internalize ko tuloy.
pag yung anak mo umiiyak, especially at nighttime, it could be food retention. Or probably may ininom siya na malamig na hindi natunaw yung ganun. Di ba? Like,
parang may colic. Di ba parang colic, Doc?
Colic, food retention yun. So, you might want to use yung expert na gumamit yan, C-foam, di ba? Anyway, so alam na natin, liver qi invading the stomach. That's why there are some people who would vomit pag masyadong stress emotionally. And then, for those people who have deficient spleen and stomach. So food retention is actually excess, and so is liver qi invading the stomach. So patterns of hiccup. Par ganun pa rin?
Patterns of hiccup. Yun pa din, Doc. Parang pare-pareho halos sila. Food retention. Parang yun yung pinaka-common. When it comes to the stomach, is food retention. And the liver. Always the liver and the stomach. And then, cold in the stomach, Doc. Kaya nagkakaroon ng hiccup.
Yeah, kasi pag cold in the stomach kasi hates cold eh. So humihina siya. So it affects parang nag-ano na yung diaphragm mo. Okay, yun na. Next,
yes,
patterns of acute diarrhea.
Damp heat, Doc. And then, of course, again, our favorite, retention of food.
Retention.
And cold dampness accumulation.
Actually, hindi yan retention eh, katakawan.
True.
Actually, I was
yung pag yung after magsamgyupsal.
Actually, I was craving kanina for something to sabi ko, my God, this is not healthy. Kasi meron pa pala, sabi ko, na lang, para ma-divert na yung isip. Inom na lang something hot. Okay.
Yes.
What about chronic diarrhea?
Spleen qi deficiency, Doc, and kidney yang deficiency.
Actually, it's the worst type. So, parang nag-ano na siya, like, it's not simply qi deficiency. Spleen yang, kasi diba kanina, I was asking Sir June, like, at what time is the kidney very, very weak, no? 5 a.m. to 7 a.m.
5 a.m. to 7 a.m.
What if you are already, deficient na to start with? So, spleen kidney yang.
Parang yung sa, kahapon yung case study kahapon, Dr. Beng, 38-year-old. Ito yung niya, yung may chronic diarrhea siya since 16 years old.
Talagang
That's so sad. That's so hard. What a hard life.
And I think this is going to be useful, especially when you live in Baguio, no? So yun, you can just imagine. Patterns of dysentery. Ganun pa din.
Dysentery. Parang mas marami akong parang merong, kasi diba pag dysentery, Doc, may bacteria na or parasites. Does it also involve like ba to? Amoebiasis, ganun, Doc?
Yes, that's damp heat.
So damp heat. Yeah, so spleen and stomach damp heat.
Mainit.
Yeah, so and then it could be due to stomach cold. and
Yes.
dampness.
So
And
what
of
are
course,
yeah,
spleen is there, and the large intestine could also be cold. And there will be dampness also, though.
true.
So large intestine cold, large intestine damp,
Yeah.
damp heat.
So patterns of jaundice.
Jaundice. Akala ko dati, Dok, bakit di ba pag sinabing jaundice, may liver problem. Pero apparently it's also stomach, no?
No.
Stomach and
Actually,
spleen.
ganito yan. It's the liver. That's a good one, no? Now I realize, no, ganito kasi, it's the liver that is problematic. Okay? So if the liver, pag masyado siyang uh, affected, it affects the earth element, which is the spleen. So if the obviously the stomach is affected, no? 'Di ba bloated yung kanilang ano. Ang lalabas na kulay would be the element, the color of the organ that was affected. Kaya yellow.
Kaya yellow po.
Oo.
Okay.
So ibig sabihin ito yung ang may kagagawan si liver. Kaya if in our practice we usually find this kind of people. So you need to really differentiate between yang jaundice and yin jaundice. For now, wag na muna. Number 70, patterns
So
of
parang
constipation.
For constipation, Doc, spleen, and if it's a spleen and the blood, and spleen blood deficiency. And then there's kidney and deficiency.
Kidney yin.
Tama ba, Doc? Kidney yin? For constipation.
Common would be accumulation of heat and then cold, chi stagnation. Bakit chi stagnation? Because there is not enough chi to push the contents of the large intestine out.
Yes, Doc.
So when you try to improve your spleen and stomach by walking, ang ganda.
Nakapag 10,000 ba kayo today, Doc?
Of course, it's my third day. And I found
Wow.
yeah, I'm not going to
La-
stop. Automatic.
Kailangan sabayan pala namin kayo, Doc.
Of course, you will see a different mukha when I show up there in Baguio. Yung
Excited
kasama
na
ko
ako,
na
Doc.
lang na hindi
Kung ano ang result ng 100 days of 10,000.
Yeah, so I'm trying to lose, although I don't know if it's abnormal, no? Because usually you should lose only 0.5 to 1 kilo a week. But I'm going to monitor my weight like every 10 days. So far so good. Actually,
Congrats, Doc.
before I did the 10,000, I was doing 6,000. And then Ryan said, I know, if you want to lose weight, you need to do 8 to 10,000. O sige, I'll do 10. So it's so easy lang pala. So, yun. Ang yabang, no?
Sa init lang naman, Doc, mahirap talaga yung 10,000. Pero dahil nga masipag kayong gumising ng maaga ngayon.
Actually, nagiging ano na, you have to wake up like 4:30. Automatic na, even if we don't set my alarm. And then sometimes it's so
Body
difficult, no? I will just imagine myself, what if I can no longer walk? Will I wait for the time to come? So I'd rather walk na lang muna for that not to happen. And then I had a bad dream pa naman na for me to communicate, I need to use the text. And that really made me really worried.
You thought about your entire life na kung ano mangyayari.
Yes.
Past, present, and future.
In fact, last night, like siguro, like I was awakened, no, because a classmate who looked much older than me, I don't know why I dreamt of her. Ay, sana naman walang bad na nangyari. Bigla ako nagising.
My goodness.
Medyo
Naku, Doc, wag niyo akong mapapanaginipan, ah.
Ay, wag naman sana. Kasi, ano, sana wala yun. I hope none. Anyway. So, Oo, wala pa naman. Wala. Oo, yeah. So yan ha. Chi stagnation, chi or blood deficiency. Now this one, prolapse of the rectum. It's like hemorrhoids.
Prolapse of rectum. Um, Large intestine problem, damp heat, I would assume. So, and
Think of it this way, like there is definitely chi sinking here, and you will be talking, yeah, chi sinking, spleen, stomach, chi sinking.
yeah, it's the spleen and
Saka kung dumi ka ng
pati ba
dumi,
kidney, Doc, affected dito? Pagka
um,
prolapse,
hindi
mga
naman.
hemorrhoids.
Pero in general, primary chi deficiency.
Primary chi deficiency, chi sinking.
Okay, Doc. Thank you.
Dok, yung nagda-diarrhea, di ba nagkaka-prolapse?
Kasi parati to prolonged eh.
Hmm.
Pababa ng pababa. So, yun. And also, after you had, when you recover from a disease, no?
Illness.
Nagpo-prolapse talaga
So,
siya.
Doc, may tanong ako dyan sa ano, like, usually pregnant women, that's what happens. They get prolapse of rectum, even if they're not constipated. Is it because of the chi?
No, because of the
Or
uterus.
or this time it's the weight of the baby pushing?
Yeah, of course, when you're pregnant, no, hindi lang yung rectum mo ang affected, pati yung bladder mo. Kaya you eat most of the time, and then sometimes you feel constipated. That's why there's really a need to eat something medyo high in fiber to help push down the ano. So I think walking pa rin helps a lot. Diba?
So walking is the best medicine na ngayon.
Yes, walking na ngayon. Patterns of cough. Very easy.
Patterns of cough, of course, the lungs. There's dampness in the lungs. There's phlegm, could be by heat. And then there's dryness. Pag merong asthma, mga ganun, Doc, diba?
There's
Wind heat.
Wind cold, wind heat.
And long wind invasion. So outside of the
alam na natin ang difference ng wind cold sa wind heat, right? But for phlegm blocking the lung, what happens here?
Pag phlegm blocking the lung, Doc. So pag phlegm blocking the lung, that's already a chronic, ano ba?
Yes,
chronic na, ano na
meron
yan.
ka ng heart issues. Hindi mo na hindi mo na mailabas yung phlegm. At saka may yung mga mahina ang spleen talaga. Now it makes sense. And also when you have lung dryness with yin deficiency, ito yung mga may pneumonia, no?
Oo, parang matigas, mag-dry na lahat ng ano niya.
Ito naman phlegm blocking the lung, mga bronchitis.
Very young.
Chronic bronchitis, COPD. Next, we go to anong pattern to? This is cough, like wind cold, wind heat, phlegm blocking lung dryness with yin deficiency. You just have to choose from the four.
From it's wind cold, Doc.
Yeah, wind cold. Very good. So you activate disperse function of the lung, relieve symptoms. Magkasama talaga yan si Li4 and Lung7. And we always use Li4 for exterior invasion, no? Or wind invasion. Kasi mas short-term siya. And hindi pa siya pumasok eh. Hindi pa siya nag-interiorize. So there's no point of using Li11 unless kung nag-fever na o papunta na sa fever. Depende sa kung sinong libro binasa mo. So we also use bladder 13 because it's the back show of the lung. And if there is pain with throat swelling, we use the Jingwell of the lung 11. Next, ano po ito? The cough, thick, yellow sputum, thirst, sore throat, fever, headache, aversion. Ito talagahan, dapat may aversion to wind and fever. Then when you look at the tongue,
And the fever.
in yellow coat, superficial rapid pulse. So what is this?
Wind heat, Doc. Heat naman siya this time.
So for fever and aversion to cold, you use Sanjiao 5 and Du 14. Next, we have, okay, cough, profuse white sticky sputum, depression of chest. Okay, the moment wala na yung appetite, affected talaga yung spleen and stomach, no? That means may phlegm talaga.
Yes.
Worse than dampness, no? Does it
So
make
mayroon ng
And then white sticky coating, slippery pulse. So what are we going
blockage of
to
even
do?
more.
You have to strengthen the spleen function to resolve the phlegm. We use lung 5 for the cough. In fact, it's used, may cough, may sound effect. Okay, Ren 12.
Yung anak ko yun.
My God, bladder 13, stomach 36, stomach 40. Then the last one would be dry cough without sputum. Ito, parang TB na to, ha? Coughing blood, dry nose and throat, afternoon fever. Medyo lumayo-layo na kayo nito, lalo na sa mga missions. So,
Oh no. Kailangan nakaano na PPE.
usually, ano yan sila? Tingnan mo, yin deficient yung kanilang constitution. Super payat. And inidal mo pa rin, pero you have to be ready.
Yes, so
Okay.
extra
So
careful.
now, patterns of asthma.
Patterns of asthma. There's the wind cold, and then phlegm heat, and lung deficiency, of course, and kidney deficiency.
Actually, wind cold can actually provoke or aggravate the asthma. Asthma naman is a chronic thing, no? So, pwedeng umatake.
Yes.
So, you would know what to
Dahil
do.
sa wind cold.
Yes, phlegm heat. Because of also of the food, no? Lung deficiency and kidney deficiency. Especially pag may edad na, dapat sa kidney tayo nakafocus. Now, ano to? So you choose from any of the 4. Cough, thin sputum, rapid breathing, chills, fever, headache, no thirst, no sweat. So yan palang no thirst, no sweat. That's already very clear. Pero
because it's already the patient is cold. So wind cold, Doc.
Wind cold asthma. Very good. And ito naman, napaka-obvious, makapal yung sputum niya, thick and yellow.
Yes.
Yes.
Sticky coat and yes, phlegm heat, Doc.
How important tongue diagnosis is, no?
Yes, Doc. Totoo.
So this is what you do, resolve the phlegm by using those points. Ding Chuan is so effective as in, nako, that's an extra point. Gawin nyo talaga yan. Nako. Hindi kayo
Yun yung sa likod, Doc, di ba? Yung sa may, ng scapula.
0.5 from, anong point nga yun? Bladder 3.
Du.
From the
14.
Du pala. From the Du, o Du 14.
Du 14, katabi. Dinemo po yan ni Dr. Webto.
Okay.
Oo nga po eh.
Isa ng vaccine.
Napaka-effective niyan as in Du 14.
For asthma.
Short, rapid breathing, feeble voice, o wala ng boses. So lang na lang yan. Tongue is pale, pulse deficient.
No? Ako na naman to, Doc.
Lung deficiency.
Lung deficiency. Ako na naman talaga.
So thank you so much, Ma'am Joy.
Thank you so much, Doc.
And then let's
Doc, please send us these answers so we can have the full answers also that you have.
No problem. Give it in a while. Sige, para tapusin natin po. Thank you so much. Let's call on Ma'am Lane. I hope she's still awake.
Yes, Doc, still awake.
Very good. Nag-manifest ka na ba? Mag-graduate na on actually the graduation is not that exciting. It's the certification. Okay, next. Dyspnea on exertion, severe wheezing, shortness of breath, sweating, cold. Connected pa to kanina ha, anong pattern? So kung nakikita nyo, there is shortness of breath, severe wheezing. So pale tongue, deep thready pulse. So definitely it's what type of asthma po?
Ay, nakalagay po kasi sa akin kidney
Kidney deficiency asthma. No? So that means, kasi alam naman natin na especially when your kidneys are deficient, it cannot anchor the chi, it cannot bring the chi of the lung downward. So, nahirapan ka huminga. So, what are the patterns of epigastric pain?
Mga pattern niya po yung acute invasion of cold in the stomach, retention of fluids due to cold, retention of phlegm dump, retention of food, liver chi overacting on the stomach. Tapos heat in the stomach, phlegm in the stomach, stagnation, tapos skin and stomach chi deficiency and stomach yin deficiency.
Wow, kompleto. Ang dami mong memorizing.
Yes.
Okay, actually, just get the top 3, no? The first one is food retention. Alam mo na, no? Then liver chi invading the stomach, lalo na pag nagalit or napagod. So magkakaroon ka talaga ng epigastric pain. Yes. So if you have an emotional patient, always consider the second pattern. And you mentioned also about cold invasion. Kasi the stomach is one organ that can be directly affected by cold. Whether you live in cold places or you drink very cold water or especially ice cream. So I'm sure maraming nakaka-relate dyan ngayon. Next, what about this? Anong klaseng so we'll just focus lang tayo dito sa tatlo, food retention, liver chi invading the stomach, and stomach deficiency and cold. Kasi ano po ito?
So distending pain, epigastrium, ano po siya, deep, ang pulse niya po is deep, forceful. Stomach deficiency po siya.
Actually, kung nakinig ka kanina, I made mention about odor, foul odor, no? So pag foul odor yan, most likely, I had a patient like that. The husband was complaining about the hininga. When I look at the tongue, grabe yung kapal ng coating niya.
Food retention po.
Yeah, food retention. No?
Okay.
Yeah, thick, sticky coat. Thick coat, that's sticky. And then, deep, forceful. Forceful kasi excess po siya and slippery. Now, next is, okay, I'm trying to teach you what are the key symptoms, yung pala yung term, key symptoms, for you to be able to clinch your diagnosis. In this case, ang very obvious dito is abdominal distension. So what is your answer? You choose from?
Stomach deficiency po, Doc.
No.
It's ano po pa, liver chi. Liver
Yes.
chi invading stomach.
Yes. Very good. So you have to remove the stagnation, no? Para mapacify yung stomach. And the third one, relieve, ang key symptom dito is relieved by warmth.
Ito na po yung lagi ko pong sinasagot na stomach chi and cold.
Yes. Yun lang ang memorizein mo ha. Kasi the more, lalo ka mako-confuse. Parang pito yata yung minention mo, 8. Di bale, magbibigay ako ng kopya nito sa mamaya, sa group chat. Okay? And this is important. Okay, distending pain, aggravated by pressure, dyan naman yung foul belching. Ha? Basta pag relieved by defecation, pag nag-poop na siya, nawawala, that's definitely excess. No? So sticky coat,
Food retention po siya,
retention.
Doc.
Very good. So kapag aggravated by pressure, pinrest mo, ay lalong sumakit. Ayan yung paano. So you just have to remember 3 things for epigastric pain. 3 patterns rather. Now let's go to this one. Loose stools, cold limbs, relieved by warm, sudden onset of violent pain, thin white coat. So what is your diagnosis? Cold limbs,
Ano po siya?
accumulation.
Stomach.
Yeah,
Stomach deficiency po siya.
Yes, accumulation of cold. Number 88. Intermittent dull pain relieved by warmth and pressure. So aggravated by cold. So isipin mo kaagad may cold, no? May excess.
Stomach.
Pero hindi siya excess actually. Mas gusto may pressure pala. Sorry about that. Nawawala pala by pressure. So people whose pain is relieved by pressure, gusto nila ng pressure, is deficiency.
Kapag gusto na pag ayaw po ng pressure yung mga excess po.
Yes. So definitely deficient po ito. Okay, thin white coat, deep and thready. So anong pattern will also give you cold? Saka
So more on cold po siya. Stomach deficiency pa rin po. And cold.
Spleen-Yang deficiency.
Spleen-Yang deficiency.
Now let's go to full patterns of abdominal distension. You just have to remember two patterns: food retention and spleen deficiency. So ano po ito? Abdominal pain, distension aggravated by pressure, belching, o nandiyan naman si foul breath, thick yellow coat. Ano po sa dalawa?
Stomach.
Food retention.
Stomach food retention po.
Okay. Then, yeah, there. Distension relieved by pressure, borborygmi, loose stools, no appetite. Pag no appetite, deficiency po yan. And the most common cause is, spleen. No? A pale white coating, forceless. So ano po ito? Spleen deficiency, abdominal distension. And then the next one, punta tayo sa, this is, okay, mayroong vomiting, epigastrium and abdominal distension, belching, loose stools or constipation, thick granular coat.
Food retention po siya.
Food retention, vomiting. So activate mo yung descent of chi, and those are the points. And number 93, anong klaseng vomit po ito? Frequent belching, distending pain in the chest, hypochondriac region. Pag hypochondriac yan, alam mo na nasaan yan. Liver. Saka wiry. Take note, Ma'am Lane. Wiry pulse. Liver, chi stagnation, invading the stomach. Okay, next is, ito naman, no appetite. So automatic agad, meron ka spleen deficiency, spleen chi deficient stomach. Okay, vomiting after big meals, slightly loose stools, pale, thick, white, thready, and weak. So this is spleen stomach.
Deficiency.
Now, puntan mo tayo sa hiccups. Marapit na tayo matapos, finally. Food, ano to? Sabi ko tuloy. Thick, sticky coat, loud hiccups, epigastric abdominal distension.
Retention po siya, Doc.
Yeah,
Pagka
food
thick, sticky
retention
coat.
pa rin. Yun. And then, continual hiccups, tuloy-tuloy, distending pain, may hypochondrium pain. So, ano na yan?
Liver po siya. Liver.
May chi stasis.
Liver chi.
Yes, chi stagnation. 97, slow, forceful hiccups relieved by heat. So that means may cold siya, aggravated by cold. White, moist coat. Pulse is
Stomach. Stomach, excess cold.
Yes, hiccup, cold in the stomach. Watery diarrhea, abdominal pain, chilliness, response to warm, no thirst. Tongue pale.
More on cold pa rin po siya. Ganun pa rin po, Doc. Stomach, excess cold.
Okay. Acute diarrhea, damp cold. Warm, so you have to warm the stomach. Diarrhea with abdominal pain, yellow, hot, fetid stools, burning sensation in the anus. So that means may heat.
Ano po siya? Stomach fire.
Wala po dito yung grabe yung pag stomach fire kasi grabe ang gutom. Yellow sticky coat. Okay, damp heat siya. Damp heat ng acute diarrhea. Oh, burning sensation na sa anus. Tapos yellow, hot, fetid stools. Okay?
Okay po, Doc.
And finally, your favorite, relieved after bowel movement, borborygmi, fetid stools, epigastric abdominal fullness.
Ito na po ba yung stomach fire?
Hindi pa rin. Food retention.
Food retention.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining. We hope you had fun.
Yeah.
Yes, Doc.
Nantok na kayo. Okay,
Hindi naman, Doc.
anong ko muna yung ating recording.